Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to see one of the interesting thing. Let's say we are going to create a dynamic breadcrumb styled navigation menu. So we are not going to create a default navigation menu which will be used by creating from the breadcrumb. Here we are going to create a dynamic navigation menu. It's like a breadcrumb styled navigation menu. I will show you a demo. Here I am just clicking a financials. This is the ERP we have just seen in the previous post. So I am clicking on the general ledger. So now you can see here in the top left you are seeing home, financial, general ledger. So this is a hierarchy of menus. For example, if I am going to go back, then I can click on this financial. Then on clicking on this financial, this will be redirect to the financial page. So if I click on the home, then it will be redirect to home. Again, if I click on the general ledger, it will be redirect to the general ledger, and here you will see the menus is automatically populated according to the hierarchy. So to make this, we are not using native breadcrumb. This is like a breadcrumb style navigation menu. So we are building this breadcrumb style navigation menu from scratch using default SQL and PLSQL. So how to achieve this? So I will show how to create this dynamic breadcrumb. So first of all, I am just going to the page. This dynamic breadcrumb is created in the global page. So in the global page, under the breadcrumb bar region, I am just creating a one region and the type as dynamic content. So using this only we are going to construct that dynamic navigation menu. Before that, we can see one of the table structure. Let's say here I am just describing a module. It is a table. I am just describing it. So you can see here module code, module name and parent module. So in this structure we are just storing the information of that modules. So module code is the first child module and the module name will be there and the parent of that module. So using this only we are going to construct that dynamic menu, and my data is I am just showing your data. So here you can see this is, for example, this is sales and module. Financial we have some ID. On that ID we are just giving a parent module code. So in general ledger we come under financial. So for that we are just using parent module code as financial application module code. So using that we can construct a parent child relationship. So this is a table we are going to use, and this is the hierarchy of data we stored. Now we will go to the global page. Here under the breadcrumb bar I am just creating a region and the type is dynamic content. Now we are just selecting a PLSQL and we are just going to write a content here. Here I am just declared two variables like result and output, both of a CLOB type. Here I am just selecting here. I am just querying here. For example, I am just for home I am just fixed for home. You can see here this home is we are not storing in our table, so we are just fixed that. Here the level is we are just mentioning as 0, and this is the module code 1000. This is the page ID, and this is the name of that module home, and this is the redirect link. So on clicking on the home, it should redirect to the home page, that is 1000. We are just using apex page.get URL to generate a URL for that particular page, and we are just passing the page as a parameter to this apex page.get URL package. So from this we are just making this as a static URL. Then we are just union with it, and we are just querying here. Here you can see we are using level and the module code, module name, and the same apex.get page URL. Here we are just passing items. Here item is page app code, values is module app code. Since we are just designed all the menu pages in the single page, since we all designed in the same page in the menus, we have to identify this. We are just passing items and value. We are passing to the page key and a value pair, and from module table we are just fetching this, and we are just using this start with module code is equal to this, and just connecting by parent module code equal to module code and order by, and here we are just looping here, and here only we are just constructing that navigation style menu. Here the output is like we are just storing all the result set in the output variable, which is of CLOB type, In the output we are just making a anchor tag, a tag, we're just using, and here we're just using this page URL, and this is the name. So name of that module, and on clicking on that it should redirect to some of the page URL. So we're just giving here, this is for the first time this code will be executed, and from the second time we are just concatenating the previous output with the remaining output. So here you can see output, and this is for separating delimiter. We can say you can use a slash also. For design purpose I just used angular bracket, and again we are just constructing angular anchor tag. Using this we are just constructing this navigation menu, and finally we are just incorporating this output in a div tag. So I'm just we are just returning this L result. So using this we are just constructing the dynamic breadcrumb style navigation menu. So I just show you the result and the output. So this is generated. So if we click on this anything, so it will be dynamically that URL path will be structured. So what is the advantage of making this instead of native breadcrumb is, so in future if you are going to add one more option, for example under master I am having only cost center. If I am adding another more option, then I need to configure this breadcrumb for that newly created page. I need to go to the breadcrumb region, I need to configure for this URL path, and the same thing I need to do for every other option. But what is the advantage of using like this means, I am not configuring. If I am going to create new page, only I need to update those module code and parent module code and the database, that is a backend, then automatically this URL will be constructed dynamically. So this is the advantage. So it is base way for the scalability, and the developers no need to configure each and every time for the new options or new pages. This will help them to develop options in a easier manner and a quicker manner. So this is the advantage of using breadcrumb style dynamic navigation menu instead of native breadcrumbs. Thank you.